Hey, look at this. Isn't this kind of boring, lame, and weak? If you agreed, then that's pretty messed up. Anyways, look at this. This video is a concept to make Technician a little more FNAF-y. Like security guard, that role's pretty FNAF-y. And I feel like the vending mask is a pretty good start, but I think replacing the trap with this fazwrench would be even better. And would also make this kit a little more unique. Well, that's a little more opinion based, but whatever. Let's get started with the rework. Basically, I'm replacing the trap here with the fazwrench, which is a weapon like the axe, but a little different. And also, the trap isn't gonna be gone forever. It's gonna be used for something else. Just let me cook for a second. With that down, let's go with the abilities. The fazwrench ability is a lunge attack. Imagine entered stab, but a little more vertical. You get a little more height. If you were to land down a killer, a minigame will start. But you gotta be careful, because it can be interrupted by other killers' grabs. Say you try to jump into a mimic and he just grabs you. Also, if you miss, 3 things could happen. You might stumble and then have some end lag, like if you miss your swing with Fighter, or you'll ragdoll like Blaze from Alchem Memories, or you would just stumble. Landing the attack plays a short animation of the player climbing on the back of the killer and stabbing the fazwrench into them. While the fazwrench is attached to the killer will become immobile. I think this is just a pretty cool visual. And with that, let's talk about the minigame that happens when you landed the hit. Once the player stabs the fazwrench into the killer, this menu will pop up onto your screen, with an early dismount button at the bottom. The farther the bar goes, the better the debuff will be when you dismount. In short, imagine this minigame as one of those riding bull machines. You want to stay on their back as long as possible to fill up this bar. If you dismount early, a short animation plays of the player taking back the fazwrench while hopping off the killer's back. Wherever the bar stopped is going to be the debuff that affects the killer after a dismount. From the killer's point of view, the killer gets a short darkness effect and maybe some special screen effects when this ability lands. The counterplay here is that they're able to throw the player off their back if they fill this bar up to the max. Kinda like Ennard's Eye's ability, but a little harder. This is pretty important because if the killer is able to fill the bar before the player dismounts, they'll be able to throw them, which deals damage and ragdolls them. What does the bar even do in the little minigame here? Well, the bar will go up the longer you stay on their back. The more the bar goes up, the higher the reward when dismounted. It will also save the progress, so if you jump on them again, you can farm for a better debuff. But if the killer stops them before they get to dismount, whether because you got greedy or some other reason, the killer will toss them, which deals, I say, 10 damage, and they will also break the fazwrench in the low animation, meaning all progress they made on the bar will be lost, and they have to start from scratch. This minigame sounds a bit complicated, no? But I think it fits for the most expensive class in the game currently. Balancing. Now this ability seems pretty strong if you think about it. This would probably be like the longest stun in the game if it landed, because if this ability lands you gotta go through the climbing animation, the minigame, and either the dismount animation, plus whatever debuff the player got. Imagine a full lobby with techs just taking turns hopping on the killer. That'd be a little funny. So here's how I would balance this ability. First, there'll be some sort of global cooldown, so technicians can't just jump on the killer's back after another technician. Maybe 5 seconds or a little longer. Other stun abilities like Fighter Stun and the Guard Taser will affect the killer, but only if the technician's off their back. If the minigame is happening, the Taser and the X-Wing just won't land. Also, the cooldown for missing the fazwrench will be pretty lengthy. And landing it will be even longer. I say maybe 30 seconds for missing and 60 seconds for landing it. And also 60 if it breaks. The debuffs, by the way, are slowness, which is the first bar. The second bar is confusion, which if you didn't know turns your keybinds backwards. And the last one is this new one I made up, called Safety Reset. Got that from Security Breach. This new debuff just resets the cooldown on all the killer's moves. I'd say that's pretty strong since they'll all stack on top of each other. This is just a concept I thought of to make Technician a little more interesting than just ooh, trap goes here. There's definitely problems with this concept. I can only imagine a console player trying to shake off a tech. But hey, it doesn't hurt to have some fun with these concepts. If you made it this far, drop your suggestion or concept. Or don't, I don't really mind. Oh yeah, I did say the trap was going to be used for something else. Well, pretty much.